happens is
we're here with Kris Patel from Kodiak, and Kris is the CTO of Kodiak, and it's actually Kodiak PDT. And Kris, can you tell us a little bit more about the background of your company? Because in this exhibition you're relatively new, and I've seen the company at IWC in Las Vegas as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about the company and your product?
Yeah, Kodiak is a startup company founded in 2003. The main focus for the company is to build a push-to-talk system on LTE and 4G networks. So we are completely start from scratch from broadband network. We are a standards-based company. We are now moving into a mission-critical phase of it. We so far serving business critical needs. Now we are getting into the mission critical need. There are some advancement in the LTE networks are happening, which gives us the flexibility to build a mission critical system on top of our public broadband networks.
Okay, so if we talk about this critical thing here, there are a lot of end users and also other manufacturers stating that your solution is not critical enough. Can you comment on that?
Right. So like I said, there are new advancement in the LTE standards. So there are a few things which are very critical to mission critical system. One of the characteristic is having a QoS on the bearer. Second is the priority, the preemption capability, the call setups, the resiliency and redundancy. And with the cloud architecture we have, we bring the resiliency and redundancy on the transport as well as on the network. With the availability of QoS, you bring the packets goes on a consistent manner. With the priority and preemption, if there is a police chief which will need a call to be made, we can provide him a higher priority and a preempt capability. So in case of a congestion of network, you can still preempt other people as needed basis. And so based on roles and responsibilities, service type, you can basically achieve those same functions. And now what we are doing is today, the existing networks that are Tetra as well as the P25, they don't have the broadband capability. With LTE, you get a lot of broadband plus the basic features of the existing mission critical systems.
Okay, so would you then see a situation where people still use a Tetra network for voice and then use Kodiak PDT for data, or would you see a situation where they use Kodiak PDT for data and voice in one device to replace Tetra immediately, or a slow migration?
No, so it will be definitely a migration. So what happens is today is you will start with augmentation. So for example, all the existing Tetra networks or P25 networks will not grow more. So they will be capped. Any new users getting added, they're getting added as a LTE user. So you are starting with an augmentation. Now we have things like interop capabilities with the existing network. So you are interconnected with the existing network. And also we have a rich set of APIs that wraps around our platform, which will enhance some more application. So it's a kind of a cap and grow strategy. And so over next 2 years, you will see more cap and grow, and ultimately maybe in 5 years, you will see a complete replacement.
Oh, that's good news then.
Yeah, that's very good news for us. We've been serving this market for business critical. Now we're moving into mission critical. So this is where, if you look at around the world standard bodies, around the world governments like FirstNet in US, UK Home Office, Belgium MOI, France MOI, they are all call for a mission critical push-to-talk standard based on 3GPP. They all call for LTE as a transport. It's not Tetra, it's not P25.
Okay, so the future looks bright for Kodiak PDT?
I think it's very bright for Kodiak PDT and also for our end users, because they can see a lot more applications getting developed. I mean, look at the today on a Tetra or P25, the data capability is so low. With the broadband networks, more stuff comes in. And again, it's a cost-effective nature. LTE is a technology where everybody uses it. Instead of a few mission-critical guys have a special radios, now you're talking about commoditization on base station, handset. Give you a comparison, a P25 radio costs $5,000. and equivalent hardened radio on LTE will cost you like $600. So there is an economy of scale that you can see the difference in
Times many thousands.
many thousands, and also the network pieces. You can buy the LTE base station much cheaper than a Tetra base station.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your comment. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much and giving me the opportunity to talk about Kodiak.
Okay.
Thanks.